you should pursue within whatever Allah gave you the next life. That's a loaded term. Run after the next life within whatever Allah gave you. Now, what in the world does that mean? What it means a few things. The first thing it means is Allah has made some things clearly halal for you. He's made some things halal for you. And He knows that the things that are halal for you are things that are good for you, that are beneficial for you, that are actually a blessing for you. And when you enjoy what Allah has made halal, actually that in and of itself is an act of worship. In and of itself, enjoying the permissible and thanking Allah for the permissible is an act of worship. So when somebody gets a job, and it's a good job, it's a permissible job, then even when they're at their job, they're doing worship. When they earn that money, that earning of that money is worship. When they buy good halal groceries, or eat food that's good, permissible food from that money, or buy clothes, that buying of the clothes didn't just benefit you in this life, that's actually an act of worship too. That's an act, because you're within what Allah gave you, and every time you're doing that, you're not just benefiting yourself in this life, you're actually building your next life too. Because you're staying within the boundary of halal. When you do that, every act you do, that will give you happiness in this life too, but it will at the same time be building your akhirah account also. So why not do that? Why not stay within the halal? What does shaitan want you to do? Same thing he wanted our father to do and our mother to do. You've got all these trees that are halal, but the one that'll get you real good life, the one that'll make you real happy is that one that's haram. You've got 1 billion trees, but that one is going to look juicier than all the rest. And what's the devil going to come to you and me and do? All the halal is available in front of you, it's open in front of you, it's easy in front of you, but he's going to make the haram enticing. He's going to make that look better. If you really want to be happy, go after that. And the advice given to him is, look, you have money, you have opportunity, within what Allah has given you, you should look for the next, something that will benefit you in this life and in the next life. Earn in the right kind of way, spend in the right kind of way. Spend time in the right kind of way. Everything that your body needs and everything you need or want in this life, there's a halal avenue for it. There's a good, blessed avenue for it. When you go after that avenue, life will be good. Life will be good in this world and in the next world. So, وَابْتَغِي فِيمَا أَتَاكَ اللَّهَ دَارَ الْآخِرَةِ. But when somebody hears that and you give somebody who's living the party life that advice and say, listen, you should just do something that will build this life and the next life. You say, oh, you don't want me to have any fun. You just want me, because the more Islamic you get, the more miserable your life is. Look at all the Islamic, oh, that guy looks depressed, he must be Islamic. Oh, these people look so sad, that must mean they're religious. Because the closer you get to religion, the sadder and sadder your life is. I just want to live, I just want to breathe, I just want to enjoy my life, I just want to have some fun. There's no harm in me having some fun. And you know what Allah's response to that is? وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. Don't forget your portion in this life. Meaning, Allah is saying, yes, stay within the halal. Sure, stay within the halal. But that doesn't mean you're going to have a bad life. That doesn't mean you're going to miss out on anything. There are some things Allah wants you to actually enjoy in this world. I've repeated this in many khutbahs before. I'll remind you as part of this discussion. Allah created this earth and He put trees on it, but He put trees in Jannah too, right? He put rivers here, He put rivers in Jannah. People see that as Jannah here too. Man, I wish I had a house like that. You see, so Allah made this world to actually give you a preview of heaven. So what He made halal on this earth, وَالَّذِي خَلَقَ لَكُمْ مَا فِي الْأَرْضِ جَمِيعًا. He put it for you to enjoy. And He says, قَلِيلًا مَا تَشْكُرُونَ in Surah Al-A'raf. He says, how little you're grateful. But you know what we do, what the devil comes and tells us is, well, if you stay within the halal, you're going to miss out. There's some stuff you deserve. You want to be happy. Here's some things that are going to make you happy outside of that. Outside of that. And that's what He wants. And Allah wants us to stay within that and find our happiness, because Allah is never going to make us miss out on what He wants us to be created for. How can we be grateful if we're miserable? You're grateful when you enjoy a blessing. So Allah made the halal actually a means of enjoyment in this life and in the next life. Here's the other piece of this puzzle. When Allah gives us, He doesn't just describe halal as halal, which is permissible. He describes this as tayyib, كُلُوا مِمَّا فِي الْأَرْضِ حَلَالًا طَيِّبًا وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا خُطُوَاتِ الشَّيْطَانِ. Halal is described as good and pure also. Good and pure means it's good for you and it keeps you away from becoming impure. What does that mean? That everything that isn't halal brings some kind of corruption, is bad for you, and it brings some kind of disease into your life, problems into your life. It doesn't solve my problems, it makes them worse. Shaitan wants to manipulate my emotions and make the haram look good. But when I fall for that trap and I go after the haram, I will only get misery. I'll never get happiness that way. No matter how much he tricks me, no matter how much I fool myself, I just won't find it. وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. We're going to actually talk a lot more about وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيا and وَابْتَغِ فِي مَا آتَاكَ اللَّهُ دَارَ الْآخِرَةِ. Two more dimensions of these portions of the ayah in the subsequent khutbah to come. But for today at least, I wanted to remind myself and remind all of you that life is very, very short. It's very, very short. And you and I have something to show before Allah. We were created for a much, much higher purpose. We did not come on this earth to just find ways to escape our problems. We didn't come for that purpose. We came on this earth for a much higher purpose of doing good. Allah has given us the ability to do a lot of good. And if we don't use our potential and our talent to do something good, we're actually only absorbing it on where all of our energy is directed at ourselves and not actually doing something good in this world. We're missing out on the huge burden that Allah put on top of us. So I pray that we internalize that and we're able to really see for ourselves, what good am I going to leave in the world? What good am I going to do? And how much of my thoughts are just about myself and what I want and what I need, and how much of my time, energy, and pursuits are actually about, one, staying within the halal, and two, actually doing something for others, actually spreading some kind of good, doing something of benefit. And I pray all of us become people of benefit. You don't have to benefit millions. You can benefit one person next to you. You can benefit a child. You can benefit a family member. So long as you're being of some kind of benefit, then at least there's some purpose more than yourself, more than myself in this life. I pray Allah gives all of us that.